Hey everyone, Kevin here. About a month ago, Tim Slade posted on LinkedIn about how the instructional design field is and isn't becoming too saturated, a topic that I already covered way back in my second ever video. What made me want to revisit that topic and expand on it was something else Tim asked that really resonated with me. Was your interest in this industry conditional on your perception that it was the path of least resistance to get away from whatever it is that you were running from? And this is why I wanted to take today and elaborate on that important point. You need to choose instructional design for the right reasons. Though I covered the topic of the field becoming more saturated already, like I said, this is a great outgrowth of that original conversation. Why? Well, because a lot of teachers are leaving education right now and going into ID because, as Tim said, it's the path of least resistance, which is a terrible reason to become one. I actually reflected on this during one of my walks the other day and realized that maybe even I went into the field for the wrong reasons originally. I mean, a lot of teachers did it. ID paid pretty well. Many ID jobs were remote, which I was looking for at the time. And it would allow me to be creative again in a way that I hadn't been able to for more years than I care to count. None of those are the right reasons, though. I mean, they're important ones for sure, but not the thing that I should have selected the career over. Though the last point here is kind of the correct reason, because it led me to finding an appreciation for what instructional designers do on a daily basis. It's probably also why I succeeded in my transition from teaching to ID and grew into the job once I realized I liked what I did as one every day. Tim Slade himself has said he kind of stumbled into the profession, and though I specifically transitioned into it, I similarly stumbled into liking the job. That all being said, it isn't a story for everyone. I know so many people who are trying to leave teaching and who ask me if ID really is as great as everyone makes it out to be, if they can make the money touted online, what upskilling they need, and if they can actually find a job in the field since there are so many out there as a result of teachers being such a great fit. Well, what I always say is that those aren't the right questions to be asking. The one I tend to ask in response is, why do you want to be an ID in the first place? And what are you passionate about? I've seen far too many teachers trying to take this path because of the appearance of easily transferable skills, to which there are some, no doubt, but that shouldn't be the reason that pushes you in this direction. You will have a lot of upskilling to do that will cost money and time to prepare you for this career choice. Many skills will easily transfer over, but you are going to need far more than just those abilities you use in the classroom, as I have said in numerous other videos. You shouldn't choose ID because of the belief that you're already qualified, because you aren't. Having qualifications and being qualified are two very different things. You need to have passion about what you will do in the career and take the typically non-linear path to get there. My basic upskilling just to get me to the point where I felt comfortable applying to jobs took nearly 6 months. I still am learning new things despite being an ID now for over a year and a half, and you need to have that mentality as well. Something that can be tough to maintain, believe me. Now, if you've done your research and know you want to become an ID, then that's a different story and means that how saturated the field is shouldn't really matter all that much to you. If it is your passion, then you won't stop yourself from fighting your way through the field and finding some kind of position out there that suits your more specific needs of salary and working location, for instance. You need to have passion. Don't think of ID as something that will allow you to easily run away from teaching. No one wants to only hear why you're running away from education. They want to hear why you're running toward instructional design. Being an ID takes commitment and is a field that is constantly evolving, so it takes vigilance. Though I was lucky that even though I realize now I mainly went into the field for the wrong reasons, I ended up with that passion in the long run. I felt my way through as a test and came out enjoying myself for the most part. It very well may not be for you, though. So many teachers have ended up not making it as IDs because they listen to the gurus on LinkedIn, YouTube, and other social media sites saying that it would be an easy transition. This is precisely why I make these videos and offer free assistance with moving between careers. I will not prey on your suffering or take advantage of your situation. Far too many try and scam you or charge ludicrous amounts of money because they know how desperate transitioning teachers are. Oh, and worse yet, most of those people doing this have little actual experience in the field. This is why I absolutely don't market myself as an expert, just someone who can serve as a guide and helping hand in this process. It's frustrating when people take advantage, though, to put it mildly, and makes you not realize that your transition into any career, particularly ID, is going to be messy and non-linear most of the time. Keep in mind, too, that you need to be running towards something, not just away from something. As I have said before in these videos as well, ID and teaching are not the same thing. Know what you're getting into and what it takes to reach your goal. Choose ID for the right reasons and grow your passions in this field. Don't look at it as something that will be a magic bullet to getting you out of the classroom. It's a really important point to hammer home. But with that public service announcement out of the way, I think I'll end it here for today. As always, I am here to help you if you need any help whatsoever in this process. See you next time.